Radio Chelsea, welcome to the broadcast, our third show, early December 2014. And we are now visual. This segment, by the way, now has pictures, movies, and animations along with it, so go to the YouTube at radiochelsea.com or at ethanpettitgallery.com. I am Ethan Pettit. The Brooklyn Museum is the subject of criticism for being out of touch with the Brooklyn art world. This on the occasion of a show called Crossing Brooklyn.
And I too lived. Brooklyn of ample hills was mine as it is for you.
Ah, yes, and I too felt the curious, abrupt questionings stir within me. Thank you, Walt. The show runs at the museum through January 4th, and it has been slammed. The New York Times called it anodyne. James Panaro in the New Criterion was pretty damning as well. He interviewed some real players in the Brooklyn art world like Lauren Monk and Jason Andrew, and they have said what we have all known for decades, which is that the Brooklyn Museum is either disengaged or disinterested in the artist communities in Brooklyn. It's not entirely true that the museum ignores the local scenes. They've done things. They did a Williamsburg show a long time ago. They did the big Go Brooklyn thing. Fred Tomaselli had a show there. There was a Roxy Payne mushroom wall growing in the place for a while. They have local programmings. The problem here is actually concerns the museum's representation of the Brooklyn art world. Okay, so here we have what is supposed to be a major survey of art from Bushwick and beyond. And it's not. It's just not. There's nothing here about the Bushwick art scene. None of the people who put that scene on the map are anywhere in this show. So it's marketing. They're using the Bushwick label without giving any credit to the people who built the discourse there. And that is disingenuous. No. I have no monopoly on the word Bushwick. And neither does the guy who sells Bushwick artisanal ale, or Bushwick smoked Georgia ham, or Bushwick beard conditioner. It's a brand. You can use it. Everyone does. Go for it. But if you're the Brooklyn Museum, hello, and you say art from Bushwick, you should mean it. I mean, it's not Cobble Hill and beyond. It's not Bensonhurst and beyond. It's Bushwick and beyond. So why Bushwick? Tell me about Bushwick. If it's a Bushwick show, where's the painting by Deborah Brown, for example? So I agree with the verdict that the Brooklyn Museum has missed the boat on this one, and I think it's political. I think the absence of the well-known Bushwick scene from this Bushwick art show is willful. It feels as if someone is angling to take the Bushwick name back from the hipsters on the battlefield of culture in the war of gentrification, and that's why the show is packaged, academic, and preachy. Okay, so the show is based on relational aesthetics, which is a theory that promotes a kind of user-friendly, interactive art, very civic, very public. The catalog for Crossing Brooklyn says that this show includes artists who aim to expand their focus and have an impact beyond the studio and the museum. Fair enough. So my question is this. Are they saying that there is some part of Brooklyn that has not already been sufficiently impacted by art? Does the show propose, in other words, that relational aesthetics can have a greater impact on the community than the art of gentrification? Because I thought gentrification was the relational aesthetic moment in our times, now come to historical fruition. It seems to me that relational aesthetics have been surpassed by an art that relates to communities by colluding in their gentrification. Unwittingly most of the time, of course. But now we're going to say in Brooklyn in 2014, look how art can relate to the community. Believe me, Brooklyn knows what art can do for the community, and it's just not always hunky-dory. I mean, don't insult my intelligence. Don't try to smooth over the specter of art and gentrification with some PC outreach initiative that's being addressed to people who are being displaced anyway, and which, anyway, is just another conceptual art show. So now we're going up the stairs of a brownstone that's only about 20 minutes walk from the Brooklyn Museum on the other side of Grand Army Plaza. Welcome to Ethan Pettit Gallery in Park Slope, Brooklyn. We exhibit several artists who really are Bushwick artists, such as Gilly Levy, who actually introduced me to the painting scene over there. The artists I'm pulling out here really are the Bushwick deal: Todd Bienvenu, Raphael Fuchs, Elliot Markel. They made the discourse, and we're lucky to have them in our gallery. We have had some great openings. Here's a remark from a visitor, a young painter named Mike Cloud, with whom I spoke a while ago. And what you were saying that people talk about a good show,
Right.
but
People talk about a good show rather than a good work. So the scale that they kind of think about art on is bigger than the individual pieces. So I interpreted what you were saying is that you were more interested in the pieces than in the show.
That's true.
Right.
Yep.
Which is
That's it. We don't do
atypical.
Which is a little bit atypical.
Yeah.
We don't do installationism.
Right.
And we don't do the art of curating. Well, we do curate, of course. We hang the pictures appropriately, but we focus on pictures and ideas that stand on their own. We are also a good source of archival material on Brooklyn art and hipster history from the 80s and stuff. We're into immersionism, which was really a cultural movement that started in Williamsburg in the 1990s. And every weekend, Saturdays and Sundays, we have classes at the gallery on the Tibetan art of Thangka painting, which is taught by one of our artists, Sonam Rinzin. It's $20 for a 4-hour class, and they're a lot of fun. Check out the website at ethanpettitgallery.com. That's it for now. I will leave you with a little teaser of Heather Goff, Williamsburg cult movie star from the way bad old days. This is a clip by Eva Schicker. The bass line on this movie is laid down by none other than the great Oscar Brown III. This is Ethan Pettit signing off. Thank you for listening. All right, see you next time.